Yo guys, Spin here. Welcome to a new league race video on my channel. Today we have RPL round 2 at Spain. If you missed the first race, I don't know what you're doing. The constructor standings are on screen. The driver standings will be the result of the first race. So if you haven't watched it, link will be down in the description. I hope you enjoy the first race and the pre-season report, which is coming up right now.
After an exciting Bahrain Grand Prix last time out, let's see what we can expect from the second round of the season in Spain and a review of what happened last Tuesday. All teams are left head scratching on how to tackle the new curves for F1 2021 after only 8 cars finished. Some teams even labelled them as dangerous, but reports say the FIA have no plans to change them, which may lead to many frustrations and spins throughout the season. As for the driver, Arben has found new self-belief after taking the win in Bahrain and thinks he might seriously make a title push if he can stay consistent. As for his teammate Skullkiller, questions are already being raised over his reckless driving in qualifying and the lack of concentration, causing his demise, which cost him a podium. Skullkiller's response was "suck my balls." Clear to see, ego is the enemy. And Luigi and Aston Martin team are congratulated with securing second in the Constructors' Championship and both drivers finishing. That's it from me in Bahrain. Let's head to Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Yeah guys, here is the my only qualifying lap of the session. Well actually I did the banker on softs, but I slowed down so I could beat my time on the mediums because I wanted the one stop medium to hard. So basically I forgot to put a setup on before I did my soft lap, and I was absolutely fuming as I had, I think, a bit more pace than what I showed in time trial, or just in general. I felt like I had a bit more pace to unlock, and I was absolutely gutted. So we're going to be running with default setup for a league race, which isn't ideal when I'm fighting for a championship. But as you can see, the medium lap right now isn't actually bad. It's just not quick. I'm hitting the markers. I'm actually pushing the limits. The preset subs in this game aren't even awful, but they're just not quick enough to be challenging where I want to be. So I didn't. I had no idea what I was going to qualify. I'll be honest. I was hoping for the top 10, as that otherwise it'd be pointless. So as I'm in 16th at the moment, as we come around the final corner, we're 3 tenths up anyway before I even slow down. So we're gonna go across the line, and we're in P5, pretty decent actually. Here are the qualifying results then. P6 in the end, which is actually very decent, considering I have a default setup. So yeah, my PB on SOS was 15.1 at like a high point 1, and the delta for the mediums was 5 tenths. So in theory, I could have actually maybe got a P2 on the mediums if I had the setup. It's all theory though. I don't think I would have, but maybe got like P4 or something if I had the setup on. However, high hopes for the race. Let's head to the race now.
I've just bottled this win.
This start is gonna be absolutely terrible for me. I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up. I know I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna break way too late and just smack it with speed fuel or something.
Right, good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah. Fuck, I'm shitting myself.
Right, chill.
I had a job interview today, and I'm more scared of this than the job interview.
As long as you don't kill me, I'm fine. Right, let's go. What is he doing? Like, I doubt damage.
What the? God fucking damn it. I lost my project because of the shivers.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
What you're about to see is the incident between me and Dragon. Basically, what happens is Skull Killer gets a drive through. Dragon moves over to the right, trying to get by Skull Killer, and we lock wheels, and that causes the drama. And Shivers actually gets involved in it, unfortunately for him. However, it's now our task to try and get back through the field as we're going to make a move on Ben here, down the inside of the hairpin. Doesn't actually defend, which is nice of him, so thank you, Ben, for leaving racing room. And now we got to catch up to Dragon and my teammate Skull Killer in the mediums. Next on our hit list is Dragon here on lap 4, down the main straight, overtake DRS. Actually, because it has to be quite a late move, but he's out of DRS and down the inside, and pretty decent move there. So now we've got to catch up to Mitch and our teammate Skull Killer. Right now the medium should be faster, so things are actually on the up and looking good. Here on lap 8 then, onto lap 9, Skull Killer makes his stop. He's the last stop running to pit because he's doing the one stop, and so am I from medium to hard. So now it's time to push and try and not lose as much time as possible to the undercut. However, here you are on the very next lap. I'm just cruising, trying to pull a gap. Well, Shamone's actually catching me by a rate of knots, unfortunately. But you'll see in a minute, Alonso retires, and that brings out a safety car. And that could actually been more perfect for me, so I can now pit on hards to go to the end. So, thank you, Alonso. Here we are on the safety car restart then. As my tyres stone dead cold on the hards, and I don't weave to not cause collisions, and Shamone's already out of the DRS zone before we even got to the straight, so he's going to go. And Afro Ninja, who's actually a ghost car because he disconnected earlier, but he is driving, gets past me fairly easily. And now we just got to try and keep on to these guys as much as possible to not lose as much time, because these guys have still got to make another stop, and me and Skull Killer don't. Skipping on to lap 22 as nothing happened. Needles actually retires from the session. He actually drove into the pit lane, which is unfortunate for him. We'll get a replay of that from Skulker's point of view. But now that's actually hampered my race because I now have to pit for mediums, and I do not have the pace with a default setup to keep with Aphrodinja and Shimon on the same set of tyres with the setup. So that's unfortunate for me. So that's the win out the window. But we've still got to keep fighting for the podium. Here is the Needles crash then, from Skulker's point of view, and now you're about to see my reaction to the safety car, as I wasn't too best pleased.
I just watched Noodles. Safety car.
What is it?
Safety car.
For God's sake. That just ruined my race, man.
Your delta is negative.
Yeah, blame Noodles. He went straight into the pit wall.
God, no, that's literally ruined my race. Like,
We can pit on
for God's
mediums.
sake. Yeah, but I'm slower than the rest of the people around me. Like, that's actually ruined my race. God's sake. Why can't people just fucking drive? It's like, I'm using a default setup and I can actually drive.
So yeah, apologies to Needles if you're watching this video. Yeah. Afro Ninja there goes for a spin on lap 30, as we skipped most of that period because it was boring and I was trying to keep in the DRS zone, but Afro Ninja spins round, which gives me a free place. It does take my fastest lap away from me, however, I still gain 2 points anyway, from what I would have done, so that's pretty decent. Heading on to the final lap then. Second place for us, not too bad considering we didn't have a setup on. I do wonder what it could have been if I did have a setup, but it's always some buts and I'm a bit stupid for not putting one on, so I can only got myself to blame, but second place is more than alright. And looking forward to the Monaco Grand Prix next, which is going to be an amazing race, especially with the grid that we've got and the amount of drivers, so yeah. That's for my teammate. He finished P9 in the end, or sorry, P10, but he had an incident with Aquila, which I will show you now.
Check your MFD for a
And
new
then Mitch was like a second behind me, so he could react and go straight into the pits. Get fresh set.
Hey, that's well, I'm settling for P3, but I'm bored and angry at the fact I can't. Yeah.
Oh my!
What just happened?
Oh no! Well, this fucking brake checked me, the fucking cunt.
P3 brake checked you?
Quilla. Now did you lose your front wing or?
Sort of yellow,
Hmm.
but I can still turn.
Oh. Yeah, but it's on safety car though. Oh,
Yeah, I got
no.
fucking Ah! Swear, if he blames it on me.
Just record it and we
I
get
did.
get it sorted.
No, you can get it sorted because I can't spell or put it in.
Oh yeah, well, I'll give it to you. Or give it to, actually, I'll do it. Oh man.
Oh, Jeff, fuck off. We'll just deal with the damage.
No, you can't in this game.
Here are the race results then. Pretty solid race for me. P2 with a default setup. I'm certainly taking that, and I'm lucky for my teammate Skull Killer to be in 10th. But I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope you guys did too. The next race I believe is Monaco, so that's going to be very interesting. Definitely survival of the fittest. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time for Monaco Grand Prix. Peace.